this podium? Sort of. Oh well. So, hi, creator of LivBit, and since my project is all about books, I thought I'd start out with a joke. So, a duck walks into a library and asks the librarian, "Can I please have a cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke?" The librarian says, "Mr. Duck, this is a library." Whoops, the duck says, "I'd like a cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke." But I'm Crash. Joke courtesy of my dad. Hi Dad, I think he's watching. I just want to say thank you, I Can Help, for valuing student voice. I'm so excited to be here at this event and especially to share my LivBit story with all of you. Did you know that when you share your story, you can change the world? I started my project LivBit to inspire other people, especially kids, to share their thinking. At first, I just talked about reading, but now I talk about life and other things I think people will be inspired by. Each week, I make short videos that share my thinking. LivBits are videos that are a little bit of me, Liv, and a little bit of my thinking, Bits. You put them all together and you have LivBits. And if you didn't already know, I have a catchphrase. Keep reading, keep thinking, and keep watching LivBits for more ideas about your books, and sometimes life. And guess what? This is my 2-year anniversary of when I created LivBits. In just 2 short years, I have shared my story with the world. I have a website where I post my videos and where I blog about my work. Kids can do a lot of important work for the world when we are given a chance. I like to think of myself as a word activist. I love words. A book activist. I love books. And just a plain old activist. I love to speak up and help others understand how important words and books are for everyone. Being an activist means I think bigger than the things that are important to me. It means I'm thinking about what is important for the world. I think kids can teach the world so much. The world needs to remember that kids have opinions that matter. We have desires to help the world. And we have dreams that are so big no wall could ever keep them from reaching people's hearts. Grown-ups need to remember that kids can teach us. I'm standing here today because I am a connected learner. In the last year, I visited 19 different states and spoken to over 25,000 teachers, administrators, and kids. Out of all of the states I've been to Texas the most. Here's a picture of me in Dallas last week at the Highland Park schools. And I think that some of them are watching me today, so hey y'all, I miss you. When I say connected, I don't just mean on social media. Even though I use different social media platforms to share my message, I also use apps that connect me to the world, like Seesaw, Flipgrid, and Padlet. All of these connections help me reach a wider audience. In case you're wondering, I'm also a public school kid. My mom is a teacher of teachers. My dad is a 4th grade teacher. My grandma, my aunt, my uncle, and my grandpa were also teachers. I am surrounded by teachers everywhere. But my school isn't a very connected place, and I am lucky that I have experiences outside of school where I can grow my learning and my thinking. I've learned from my work on LivBit that my dreams can be bigger than my classroom. My dreams can be for the world. And after all, my dreams brought me all the way to San Francisco, California, and Google headquarters. Oh yeah. Here is one of my LivBits. This video has been viewed over 500,000 times and has been seen in over 122 different countries.
Have you ever thought about stereotypes? Stereotypes are people's crazy ideas that could be based on people having different color skin or boys being better than girls. The first time I thought about stereotypes was when I did my biography project on Maria Tochi. People said that she couldn't be a prima ballerina just because she was Native American. I started thinking about stereotypes again when I walked into dance class one day. One of the girls said, "Hey Olivia, why do you have that water bottle? It's for boys." I felt really sad in my head because she didn't know that there's no such thing as boy stuff and girl stuff. And here's the thing. companies are practically making stereotypes because they're putting shark water bottles in the boys section, and I found my shark backpack in the boys section, and I found my shark shirt in the boys section. It's like that companies are saying that girls can't love sharks, but I think that girls can be anything they want, no matter what the world says. It's better to love each other than judge each other. Keep reading, keep thinking, and keep watching LivBits for more ideas about your bets.
This is so much better. Sometimes my videos are hard to make because the topics are ones that are difficult to talk about or understand. But that's one of the reasons why LivBits is so important. Making my videos forces me to think about what I have learned from something hard. And it also encourages me to help others by teaching them what I've learned. Back at the end of 2nd grade, there was a big group of girls, and they would make fun of the way I looked. It took me a long time to tell adults what was happening, and then when I did, it took a long time for things to change. Looking back, it was one of the most unhappiest times of my whole life, and those girls took away a lot of my confidence. One of the hardest videos I made was my bullying story. I had to do it in parts, like a series, because I had so much to say. I want people who watch the bullying series to see a hopeful message.
Hi, this is Liv for LivBits. This LivBit is going to be in parts. It took me a long time to gather up all the courage to make this LivBit. This is my bullying story. Have you ever had someone who made you feel bad about yourself as a person? Well, at the beginning of 2nd grade, there was a big group of girls, and they started making fun of me all year long. Here are some things that they said to me. Usually, they would always make fun of the way I look. Like, Olivia, why do you have a side part in your hair? It looks stupid. Or, Olivia, why do you always have your hair up? It looks lame. Or, Olivia, why do you always dress like that? It looks so weird, and I don't like it. I held on to this all summer long until I realized that my class was looping. So, I just needed to tell my mom and dad because I didn't think I could last another year with all of them. My parents told me that things would get better in 3rd grade. Maybe they would forget. But things just got worse. More glares, more criticizing, more me not getting any friends because they talked bad about me to other kids. So at recess, I would just have to sit down with a book and read because I didn't have any friends and nobody wanted to play with me. And here's the good thing. That was when LivBit started. I felt really bad about myself as a person. I felt like I was a bad person from all the things that those girls said about me. My mom made LivBits so it would pump me up, make me feel better about myself as a person. So, remember, never let anybody tell you who you are. Never let anyone dull your shine. And I promise, I'll always do good things for this world. Keep reading, keep thinking, and keep watching LivBits for more ideas about your books and life.
I think it's really important to share messages that are hopeful, kind, and true. I try to give people something to think about and wrap up my thinking in a message that's interesting and thought-provoking. Lots of the time, kids feel like they don't have a voice that matters. But when I am making my bits, I know I can share a message that's mine. One of the best compliments I can get is when I meet a follower face-to-face and they say, "You are just like you are on LivBits," because it's really important that who you are online is really who you are in person. Your posts define who you are and are a mirror to the world. Making my LivBits makes me feel like I can change the world. And here's the thing, kids can change the world when we're given a chance. This sticky note is from work I did with 2nd graders in Connecticut. The kids wrote down their own catchphrases for the bits they were making. And I don't think I have ever seen a better message for the world than what this 2nd grader wrote. Stay strong, stay smart, and spread the light. I think this sticky note is just more proof about how powerful kids' voices can be. A big part of my message is that kids can teach us. I use this hashtag a lot because it really defines what my LivBit work is all about. Lots of the time, kids think that only adults can be the teacher, but you don't really have to be an adult to teach others. I can use my website to share important ideas I have. My followers can teach me, and I can teach them. LivBit has been the best project I've done in my whole entire life. My LivBit work started out as a chance for me to grow my thinking, sharing, and reading, but it also grew my heart. I have learned how to be a good digital citizen from this work. I hope if there's one thing that sticks with you from my talk, it's that it's always better to love each other than judge each other, and that you have heartbeats that are meant for the world, and I hope you will share them. When I was working with kids in Hinsdale, Massachusetts recently, a student asked me how it felt to be famous. And I told him, I am not famous. I am global. And it's true. I hope my work inspires you to help kids dream bigger about the world. Let's be global together. Your story matters to the world. Share your story with others and be willing to learn from other people. Connect your dots to places you never dreamed possible and become a digital beam of light that connects in positive ways to others. So what can you do to be like me? Read a lot, definitely talk a lot, share your thinking a lot, ask a lot of questions, and be for digital good. If you can do all of those things, you can change the world. And grown-ups, kids need you to believe in them. Please believe in them. Help them spread heartbeats, and help them love the world. Help them become who they are meant to be. And be the grown-up they will never ever forget because you showed them hope and love. The world needs more hope and love. Keep reading, keep thinking, and keep watching LivBit for more ideas about your books and your world. Thank you, everybody.